cough button a lot. Got it. Live. There we go. I think it's live. That's good enough.
I think so.
What's that?
I think so too.
I think so. Oh, there. Now it doesn't want to work on my thing over here. Good morning, everyone. Justin here at LethbridgeRealEstate.com. Joel over there as well.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. There it says we're live. Got
There
it.
it is.
Sometimes got to yell at it a little bit to make it do its thing.
I kicked it on my side.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
There we go. I said right before we're gonna have I have like the little cough mute button here. I have like just a tickle and it won't go away. It's just like drink, tickle, makes you want to cough, but nothing, not a productive cough, like just a tickle cough. Worst.
Yeah, those are the frustrating ones.
Yeah, I want some phlegm just to get out. That's
you want to feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, get some work done. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, it's cold outside.
Oh my gosh.
Dog park is going to be interesting this morning.
Yeah, you're gonna brave it.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, every day. I let Luna out. I let Luna out this morning. She ran out, ran back, and was like barking at the door, like let me in. Like that's enough. That was enough. So she's too pampered in her ways. She does not like the outside. So
I have my dogs neither. They're but I've got three layers of wool on right now.
Nice.
And long johns and so I mean this is why we spend money on layering and good outdoor clothes, right? So we can take our dogs for walks.
I have a heated blanket right now. That's a secret, behind the scenes secret. Keep my toes cold or warm. I get cold toes. My office is slightly cold today. It doesn't have really good forced air in here. It's got good in-floor heat, but I'm redoing the pool liner, so I turned down the heat not thinking, and then I forgot that it affects the heat over here. So now I have to turn it back up, but it's in floor. So it takes hours and hours and hours to get back up and running.
Too bad you ripped up your smart wool socks. They would have been perfect for today.
One pull, ripped, gone. I got some good stories that we thought we'd start with today. And then the market update, it is 5 days away from the end of the month, which is crazy. And I actually peeked at what the numbers are, and you're gonna be sweating a little bit. It's getting close. First, I got one of these ones, which I love these. This is the AITA from Reddit. Have you ever seen those threads? Am I the a-hole? Yeah. So this one's good. And I don't know which way to go with it. But I mean, the reporter, Nigel, what does he think you have?
I don't know, but he wants something, and I don't. So we're both going to listen.
Okay, so I'll put it up here. But anyway, this Reddit user who identifies as 26-year-old, what do you mean identified as? Okay, she's a 26-year-old living in her starter home, posted on the AITA forum about a dilemma she was having with her neighbor. In the post, she described coming home from the weekend away from, oh my God, they wrote this so weird. A home after a weekend away to find the neighbor's kids playing in her yard. A couple of weeks ago, my husband and I went hiking over the weekend. When we got home, I saw the neighbor's kids playing in my yard. She said, according to the post, they were riding their bikes in the driveway and seemed like they've been playing in the yard since some toys were there. The Reddit user told them to leave and brought the toys into the yard of the neighbor. Then she asked the neighbors to make sure the kids didn't play in her yard anymore. The neighbor apologized and said she'd just been happy for them to get out of the house while she was cleaning. I thought, no problem, end the story. But that wasn't the end of it. Well, last week when I was in my garden, my neighbor, kid's mom, came and said hi. She asked if it would be okay if the kids could use my pool, since it doesn't seem like it gets used much anyways. She said she'd supervise, but the kids have been wanting to go swimming and they can't right now. I told her I wasn't comfortable with that. Oh, phone call coming in. I told her I wasn't comfortable with that, even if my husband and I were home at the time. She seemed to understand and let it go. Then she noticed in one of the community Facebook posts that neighbor, the mom, posted, "I'm really disappointed in the disrespect for parents. It takes a village to raise kids, and we need to support each other in this time. Children need places to grow and play. When I first moved here, I hoped this would be a neighborhood for young, growing families. I'm just overall disappointed in how some members of this community aren't keen on being friendly to children." And then the neighbor replied in the thread, "Maybe you should have gotten a bigger yard to play with." And so that's the whole controversy. Essentially, it sparked a big debate on Reddit. Reddit is also a cesspool of crazy people. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. For some Reddit users, they were asking, who's the a-hole here? The owners would be liable if the children got hurt in the pool, of course. Many said it was immature and classist for telling the neighbor to move somewhere else, which she really said you should have bought a house with a bigger yard if you want your kids to play. So who's the a-hole here?
Well, in this day and age, like today,
Yeah.
unfortunately, well, I don't know. I don't think either of them. Back in the day, it would have been the girl with the pool, like when I was growing up, because no one cared about liabilities or anything like that. It was kids have fun and kids play. That's what happens. But now kids aren't allowed to have fun and play. And if they are, there's lots of like, liability and this and that. So I think I would probably react the exact same way as the person with the pool. However, I wouldn't have told my neighbor to have just bought a bigger yard.
But she responded to the Facebook community post saying, my neighbor's not sharing or whatever.
Well, you just let crazy people like that go because it's not your neighbor's responsibility to share with you or your children. So
no, that's the thing. So you should disengage. That's why you don't post. Maybe you should have bought a bigger yard. You just don't say anything. Yeah, you don't say anything, then you're not the a-hole.
Just let the other person let the other person look crazy.
Right. The problem probably was, I'll bet you. So let's say someone makes a dumb comment and you let it slide, and then 10 people start supporting the dumb comment.
Yeah.
And your brain's like, but it's my house. And then your brain just goes, maybe you should have bought a bigger house. That's probably the road it went down.
Probably.
I could tell you this as a classist person that I am, because that's what it says. Gentle, you're the a-hole for the classism, Rhoda, one of the users. I've had children in our neighborhood ask to use our pool, and I've just said no. And many reasons. We live in a weird world. I can't just be like, yes, children, come to my pool. That's weird.
Your pool is also, your pool's a little different.
It is inside my house.
Because it's indoor. And okay, so there's a heat wave. Who wants an indoor pool? No one wants to swim in an indoor pool, so you're okay there, right? But if you had an outdoor pool and it was a heat wave, 40 degrees for a week straight, and your neighbors, blah, blah, blah. Okay, maybe I could see somebody being like, Justin should really open up his pool for the kids. Right. It's a heat wave. Yes, okay, fine. But you're an indoor pool. Nobody cares.
Right. So what if the roles were reversed? I have 4 children. I've had 27 plus children in my pool at one point in time. No problem. What if it was Joel's house and you and your wife you have a small pool that you enjoy and you let the dogs in and private, you have no kids. Do you allow 4 other children that you don't know in? Of course not. Yeah. It's a different thing. So I would be labeled as a jerk. I mean, your kids are already in there playing anyway, but you would be like, well, it's their private, domicile. So it is impossible to know who's the a-hole here.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, my wife and I don't have kids, so we would just be the creepy ones.
Yeah. Well, you can say yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't.
No. It's a very interesting one.
You can, but there'll be eyebrows raised, or there should be.
Yeah. The worst part about
not in my case.
No.
Just in general. The person that puts up their hand and says, I'll look after your kid that doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
Don't let them look after your kid.
That was Adam Carolla's one of my favorite sentences for him. Remember, he would say, when my kids got to go to camp.
Yeah.
And
the first parent to raise
the first parent that raises their hand says, I'll volunteer, you're out.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually a really good way of doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's something you have to think about as I just had this conversation with my wife the other week. I don't know why, but like as a man, you have to think about that. It's like, if your friend, like I don't have kids, if my friend's daughter, 7 years old, is like, Joel, he grabs my hand, is like, show me the garage. I'd be like, sure, Mike, come with.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just can't. You have to be cognizant of this stuff.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole Reddit thing is crazy because it's 50-50 split on she's the a-hole, she's the a-hole. What I don't like is this is actually a news article that's written. At the end, it goes, at the end of the day, this is a difference in perspective between someone willing to share and someone who stubbornly says mine is mine. I don't know about you, but I'd rather live in a society that encourages sharing and helping others. So reporters, you can't just throw your spin on it.
Yeah, I agree with that reporter 100%, but I don't agree that this is an example of that at all.
You shouldn't be a reporter if you're going to throw your flair in. I think reporters should report.
Well, yeah, I mean, reporters should understand that the words have meaning.
Yeah. I guess everything is an opinion.
It's also that person, that Reddit poster, I don't think is North American. I would guess Australian.
You think so? Because
Yeah.
they said garden.
Garden.
Yeah, could be UK.
That's a UK thing, but a lot of people in the UK don't have pools, I think.
Pools.
So,
Maybe that's that's
so I'm
fair.
thinking Australia.
Could be. Where is it? Yeah, it just says it says BBC. What's that one? British Broadcasting Corp.
Yeah.
Cough button. Speaking of the London one, okay, I have a good one here now. This just was sent to me. Toronto man shocked when he loses $44,000 deposit on UK property. Have you heard about this one yet?
No.
Oh man, so it's pretty good. Long story short, excuse me. This guy lives in Toronto, and he's from UK. Wanted to buy a UK flat to live with his family. Travel back and forth, right? They had a property which appeared to be a good opportunity, and it went on to an online auction website. And it's a very specific website. They said they sell about 1,200 units a year on this website, and it's all legit. It's a legit business. Actually, that company went on and interviewed for the story in the actual. And I'll put the article in the Facebook post. So, in May of 2022, Jaffrey was on an online auction website when he saw a 4th floor, 1-bedroom flat for sale. He bid on the flat, winning it at £260,000, so $420,000. Jaffrey was asked to send a deposit of 44,000 Canadian dollars. When you buy a property in UK, you may also have to pay extra land for a land lease. So you're kind of like if you were buying in Waterton or whatever.
Okay.
Right? So like it's a land lease, 99 years, 50 years. You negotiate the land lease with the landowner. Okay. So this is a legal agreement with the landlord, sometimes known as a freeholder, and the lease tells you how many years you will own the property for. So we're aware of that situation in Canada, right? So it's not crazy to me, but I guess maybe in Toronto it is. When Jaffrey bid on the flat, he thought the land lease cost would be about $225,000, but in fact, that still had to be negotiated. So you bought the land, or you bought the flat. Now you have to negotiate again, which is kind of crazy that it's split. You've paid, you sent your deposit, now you negotiate your land lease. That sucks, because you should have to do it all as one, I think, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, what if the owner of the land doesn't want to negotiate any more land lease, but you've got the building, and he's like, well, that building can no longer be on my land as of this time next year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I think it's something like that. But they do send you a pretty big legal package. So I think it's in there saying the lease owner will negotiate 50 to 99 years.
Okay.
Or something like that. So when he bid on the flat, he thought it'd be 225, but it could have been as high as $728,000 extra on top of that. So almost $1 million, or $1.2 million for this property. Jaffrey then decided he was no longer wanted to buy the property and tried to get his deposit back. It was no longer a deal, he said. When Jaffrey went to his bank, by the way, he didn't go to the auction house. He went to his bank and tried to have the money reversed and the money transfer. The bank said it's already been deposited. We can't reverse a money transfer. It's not in our hands anymore. CTV News Toronto contacted the Auction House London, which is the company which hosted the auction, and the director of the company, Andrew Binstock, said what happened was unfortunate, but buying a property in UK where land leases are involved can be a complicated process. Buying a short leasehold flat in the UK is for experts only. You should not entertain unless you know exactly what you're doing, he said. And I did listen to him actually say it. He's like, I don't like, we did 1,200 deals. We don't like losing people's deposits, but we send them all the legal documents way ahead of time. You're not bidding on this, and it's like eBay, right? It's not like 2 days. He says, quote, please, if you're ever thinking of buying a property in the UK, please read the legal pack. It is utterly critical to read the legal pack. With a property purchase in the UK, you must put down 10% that is non-refundable. So that is well in there. Like the $44,000 is gone. Jaffrey said losing his $44,000 deposit has been difficult, and he's hopeful one day he'll own a place in England. He also then filed a complaint with the ombudsman for banking services and investments, but it said his bank was not responsible for the loss of money because they followed his instructions. They took reasonable steps to try to get it back even for him. So he tried to complain that the bank wouldn't give him his money back, but the bank did the service for you. So kind of crappy. But it goes to show you need to really understand.
Well, I mean, who like, I don't know. I don't have much of a problem with this story at all. Like,
No. I feel bad for him,
I do too, but
but
I mean,
I'm not outraged.
I only feel so bad as the amount of due diligence that he did, and that's not much. Like,
Yeah.
you're buying a foreign property and you just hit buy it now on eBay, basically. I
Yeah.
mean, like, there's lots of, I don't know. I don't actually feel bad for this guy. He did no due diligence whatsoever on what was required to buy a house in an international, in another country.
And not your yeah, he's from there, but that doesn't mean you're an expert in their ways, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
talk to a professional. You want to buy something somewhere, talk to a real estate agent. I'm talking to a few people from the UK that are wanting to move to Canada, and they don't know if it's going to be Lethbridge, but they communicate with me because they're like, hey,
Yeah.
at least we can get a decent idea of what the process is in Alberta.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah, I can see,
guys,
like, in Canada, I think I'd have to check this out. But let's say you bought a place in Waterton and there was a land lease. I believe it's all included in the price.
mhm.
And maybe that's the difference is he negotiated a price. Now he's got to renegotiate. So there's two. So that's why he said it's really this kind of auction. He says really for experts only, because they're going to understand that they could tell their buyers, hey, just so you know, it's going to be $250,000 here and up to 750 there. So you're looking at $1 million. Do you have $1 million for this place? And if you only have 700, we shouldn't even buy it because I don't know what the land lease is going to end up at. So you have to be willing, which is crazy, but you have to have a range of 750 to $1 million to buy it because that's what it could be, right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. The more I think about it, the less I feel for this guy.
Take that guy. The funny thing is, it sounds outrageous in my head, the $750,000 extra, but that's only $7,500 a year in land lease rental, right? So, I mean, you're looking at $600 a month to rent this person's land for 100 years. That's like not unreasonable, right? But yeah, so, and that person only profits off that once ever, probably, right? Like if you own it for 99 years, maybe not. Ooh.
But I mean, there's lots of other flats in that building.
Right. So I wonder how that works. So let's say there's a fourth floor. Let's say there's 4 of them. So that's $3 million in land leases over 99 years. What happens if someone moves out after 4 years? Do you have to then deposit back, whatever,
I don't know,
$725,000 back to them? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not.
Shouldn't buy out there.
See, it doesn't even make, like, to me, it doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Like, this whole land lease thing, like, so who's responsible for the building?
Yeah. Is it like a condo corporation?
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't understand how that all works. I guess over there. Yeah. Well, and that's why I'm not going to buy over there specifically. And if I do, I'm not going to use an auction site and just be like, I'll figure it out after.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll send $44,000 and figure it out later.
Can you imagine complaining to the bank ombudsman saying, how dare they? They took the money I told them to give. They gave it to the company I told them to give it, and then they didn't give it back to me. Like
they said they wouldn't because it's non-refundable.
It's non-refundable, yeah. And they tried.
How dare they?
How dare they? All right, that's enough of that. I don't know if you saw this. There was an almost $10 million listing in Calgary that hit the market a few days ago. Yeah. I
think so. Isn't it a condo?
No, it's in Mount Royal.
That one.
$5 million Mount Royal. I must talk about. I don't know if this is the house. The photos are so. You don't know what the house looks like on the outside, which is very frustrating. That's all. $9.5 million. That's my feedback. So here's the front. Okay, but it cuts off obviously this wing, and it's like that's a front door photo. Then you kind of get this one, which cuts off this half of the house. And I get there's 2 big trees there, but there's got to be a drone shot that you get here, right? And then it's a decent house. I can't remember what the square footage was now. Get out of here. While we're on this, highlights. It's 5 beds, 6 bath,
7,600 square feet.
5,740.
Oh, it must be the lot up here, 76.
Maybe with the basement.
So home offers
76 of
developed space.
Yeah. The lot says 1.3 to 2 acres. I think this is the real number, but anyway, back to the photos. I just want to show people because it's cool. $10 million place in Alberta. There's actually a more expensive one. There's a $15 million place available in Alberta. Came on the market about 30 days ago. There's no interior photos. And the realtor remarks pretty much say like,
Nice
only
house.
your well-qualified, vetted buyers may buy this property or may even have the interior photos. So yeah, this house is kind of cool. That's
neat.
Interesting room. It's big, but like the community is where it's at, obviously, right? If you're in Mount Royal, you're kind of in the cool place. It doesn't like, by the way, it's kind of beat up. Like all the I don't know if you can really make that out in the photos, but it's for $10 million and like very plain Jane, right? For $10 million. All the rooms feel a little small. Maybe it's just the photos. I guess that actually, there you go. That's a better photo. It makes it feel bigger. The basement feels small. Like here's one of the basement photos. So I know it's 7,000 square feet, but it just the way they lay it out, or the photos are just too close. Maybe all the rooms are just tight like this.
Yeah,
it's got like a little, I don't know what this is. Coach house kitchen. Oh, there you go. Whatever that means. Yeah, anyway, $10 million. Oh, there you go. So that's the side of the house. Why is there no front photo? I just want to see what the house looks like.
Wow.
There's the carriage house. Yeah, so there we got that carriage house, main house, tennis courts. Pretty cool. Anyway,
Neat.
yeah. Yeah, that was all. I just like seeing big houses. I gotta find that one that's
I didn't really care for that house.
no, for $10 million.
No.
I'm not in love with it.
No.
Yeah, sorry, this is the one that's 15 million that refuses to show you interior photos. $15,915,000.
That one
Yeah,
is for sale?
yeah.
Oh, that's not the same one.
That's not the one you're thinking about, the bronze.
It's the other one with the big gaudy statues.
Yeah.
What's that?
This one is 8,400 square feet. So it's big. 15 million. This is 800 acres as well.
Oh, wow.
And then if you read the remarks, it says like, don't you dare call me unless you're vetted and qualified, and don't you dare ask for photos. And then a lot of the photos give you just a little like, it feels like kind of you're a peeping Tom. Oh, I mean, that's a cool statue and all. Because it shows you a few photos. Hold on, I gotta find them of like, where is it? Yeah, it's no interior photo, so you just have to kind of keep scrolling. Here, you can kind of like see inside a little bit, and you're like, hey, okay, I'm seeing inside a little bit. And then you can see their piano over here. So it just feels like you're peeping in their house a little bit, but you're not allowed to view inside the house. Oh, there's their piano. Yeah, these people with their piano. Oh, yeah, there you go. So it's the weirdest set of photos, but yeah, I'm gonna read you the remarks.
I would have probably waited or taken pictures of like without snow drifting onto my patio.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to spend 15 million, if I had 15 million and I was looking to spend it, the last thing I would want to do is think about all of the snow drifts that I'd have to shovel off my patio in the winter.
For showings that you're not allowing.
Or just in general. Like if I lived there, like if you're going to spend $15 million, you don't want to think about snow drifts. Right, like you want to think of how perfect this place is going to be, and not all of the snow drifts. Anyway,
that's fair. No, I agree. Okay, here's the listing, the stuff that you guys don't see, but we see. Realtors, listing agent and seller must be present. Buyer must be qualified and meticulously vetted. Serious inquiries only. Do not enter property without seller's realtor. Buyers must be well vetted and qualified. Seller and seller's realtor will be present for all showings. No lockbox, no sign. If you would like interior pictures for your vetted and qualified buyer, ... ask. There you go. So you're not allowed photos unless you ask. It was very weird.
I don't like how the seller is going to be there, but
yeah, I don't love that. But I guess maybe the seller knows more, just because it's 800 acres. It must be like an active farm or something, right? Because there was barns and stuff. Anyway, so you got 16 million to blow, and it's not even. It's like it says it's in Carbon, Alberta, which I have no idea where Carbon, Alberta is.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah,
it says like 30 minutes from Calgary. Let's see if I can share this. Let's see.
I'm going to say it's east.
Oh, there's Carbon. So it's not even in Carbon. Where the heck is it? Oh, okay. Never east, northeast. You're close. Yeah. There's Carbon, so it's actually not even quite Carbon, but
it's near Drumheller. Or
yeah, it's this big farm. So there it is, and it's probably these 4 here, maybe a quarter there. I don't know, or no, a full section right there. So anyway, that's cool. There you go. There's your $15 million stuff. Let's check our own market. Let's see what's going on. That's what we should do. All right, 34 new listings hit the market this week, which is good. We need more listings hit the market. 415,000 is the average, which is high actually. The lowest list price this week was 209. That's crazy. 28 sold this week, which is good, I guess. Not great, considering there's 34 new. So there's at least we do need more inventory. Like I would like to see 50 new a week and 35 selling a week. That'd be nice because then you're getting a few more, right? So even though the average was 415 new listings, the average sales price was 312, 96.6 negotiations. So the negotiations are starting to come down. And I sent an offer in yesterday. Stop share. And I'll just make up numbers because why not? It was listed around, let's say 350. And it's been on the market for 8 months. And we came in at like 315. Is that offensive?
Not at all.
All right, I didn't think so. But they're like, oh, a little low. I was like, maybe, but 8 months is a long time, right? So, and we're well qualified, right? They're going to work with us, but I'm seeing these numbers at 96.6.
You're coming in 10%. Yeah, I mean, after 8 months on the market, no. Yeah, I think you're fine.
I didn't think I was crazy, but you know what? There's a lot of realtors that have been like, well, I'm used to getting full price or more. This isn't acceptable. Excuse me.
You got licensed last year.
That's fair. This person's good though.
I've noticed a lot, or like I didn't check anything today, but I've noticed a lot of the solds selling for quite a bit, like a lot of negotiating.
Yeah, 96%. Like that's pretty crazy. If the average was 350 at 966. So you're looking at $12,000 below. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy for that. When we're used to more, obviously, or we're used to getting closer to full price or 5,000 off or something like that. But that is a sign that we're back to normal. 33 pending this week, 311 average, right? So that's normal. 63 days on market, that was average. Oh, what was the days on market for the solds? I always want to check that one. I always forget. 75. So that's not bad. Right, that's normal. Anything under 90 I consider normal these days. Okay, sold for the month. We are January 23rd, 77, Joel, and you said 138. And I just wanted to say that because you said just a little bit below. If I add pending in, it's 137. So that's exactly one below what line I sent, but I don't know if they're all going to go final in the next.
Did I say over or under?
You said under, but just under it. And I said it at 138, and now it's
under. Under's under. Just is relative.
Yeah, you just said just under, and I'm fine.
Yeah, but that's a relative term.
It is.
We don't know what just means in my head.
No, just could mean one. That's just under. Could mean 40. Yeah. I think half of these will close in the next few days because a lot of people will set it for, well, maybe this Friday. What's tomorrow? 24th. A lot of people set it for Friday and then 25th, 26th, 27th. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tight, and people might set them for Mondays or Tuesdays, so it'll be close. I don't think we're going to breach the 130. It'll probably be 110 to finish the year, all right, something like that. But when you look at the averages, it's 2.5%, 90 days on market for what's sold. The pendings are at 355 average, 65 days on market. So we're going to be right around here again. 355. We'll take off the 15 grand. They're going to be 340. So the average won't move much. No. For the sales for the month,
and neither will days on market by the time those pendings get to sold.
65 pending. So yeah, it won't change it much. It's right in that same average of 79 days, right? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What do we did this last? I just want to double check the numbers for the last 10 years because it's I keep hearing doom and gloom from the media that the market is falling and it's the worst of all time and blah, but it's not really. It's just 80. All right, sorry, 111, 97, 114, 90, 90, 90, and then 180, 180, 120s. So if we breach the 108 to 120, I think we're just fine, right?
Oh yeah,
we're close to that. I mean, we are lower than that right now. We're struggling to get to these if we don't close a bunch of those ones, but I'm not too worried about it.
And if we like working with the buyers that I'm working with, and again, this is just me and the buyers I'm working with, but if we had listing agents that had realistic listing prices on their new listings, I think we'd have a lot more sales right now.
Yeah.
I think optimism is holding us back.
I think you're right. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. I just want to show you
It's
this.
insane out there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the average single detached home is 469 in Lethbridge right now, and there's only 257 available. So that's pretty crazy. But the median's 419. So I mean, it's high. It's high out there, and I think that's where you were talking about is there's a lot of people who think that their houses are worth more. And I can prove this with a Calgary. Speaking of Calgary,
Well, it's like if you have a 1,300 square foot, 2-story, newer in Copperwood that you bought for $317,000 3 years ago, it's not worth 470 today.
no,
Stop it.
Stop.
Just stop it. Like, it's just insane. You're wasting everyone's time. Anyway,
I agree. So I had to say this. I mean, the 9.5 will hurt the average a little, but not over 1,000. Calgary's average single family price is now $950,000. Okay. And I tell people, well, median, actually, that makes more sense to look at that. But that is such a weird number. That is median, not just the number of times that happens. Anyway, which is really strange. If you look at the sold, so it's 950 is the average, but if you take the sold, I don't know if I can go back. I can go back about 6 months. The average is way less. So what people want, look at that. The average is 646. It's $300,000 difference on what people want and what people are willing to pay.
Well, it's what to me, what this stat is, and we're even seeing it here. If you go to our solds and look at days on market, for our solds, the stuff that's selling is been on the market for 8 days, 10 days, 20 days. The stuff that's not selling is the overpriced stuff, and it's 120 days, 150 days. Like, there's going to be a time where we all need to be realistic and understand that the house that you're sitting on for 120 plus days, that you're asking 120 plus $1,000 too much money, it's not worth it. Just stop trying. You're not going to get it. Like, and if you're serious about selling, drop your price to a realistic amount or get off the market.
That's fair. I think that. Oops, I'm trying to highlight the days on market, but yeah. So here's some that have sold 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Like, there's a lot of them that sell so quick. That was the first 25, and those are all within a few days.
And we've seen this happen to a lesser extent, as our market has ebbed and flowed even prior to the pandemic. And I remember having this conversation with you before this show started numerous times of like, okay, like, people are asking just way too much money and they're being way too optimistic. And we as realtors, as a community of realtors, need to start educating people better.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So our number there was 482, just to make it exactly like I just did with Calgary. And our actual sold is 360. So we're still $120,000
I picked that number perfectly. $120,000 too expensive.
Yeah. And it's not crazy. We're not saying like your house is 120,000 overpriced. No. But on average, everyone's just kind of no one's willing to pay you that weird price that you want. And there was one, my wife's a really good realtor, and she sent me one the other day. She's not a realtor, but she like sends me, like, is this the real price? And I can't remember where it was. It was like maybe West Side House. And maybe it was you that sent me this one. Was this the one we were talking about? I can't remember anymore, but it felt like it was $100,000 overpriced. Was that you that sent me that? I can't.
Oh yeah, I sent you one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with my wife. It's funny because Andrea is a very good realtor as well. Like, she knows value like perfectly. So I'll like describe a situation like this house in this location, and so she'll understand this size and this, and then she's like, this is what it's worth. This is what it would be worth done. I'm like, you know what? I agree with you 100%. And it's just nice to have that a lay person to agree with you.
Lay person.
Well,
so, I know what you're saying. No. A non-professional realtor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do one that doesn't hurt the feelings of those people, because I'm going to go back. I'm going to rewind time to 2018. Let's go 2017 to 2019. Okay, I'll go all the way to the end of 2019. That seems fair. And I'm going to find a house that's about under 1,500 square feet. So living area, 1,500 minus. I'm going to say the same division, the same subdivision that one's in. And that's that. Okay. And it has a garage, right? This one, yeah, okay. So yes, garage. So there's 178 of them. Oh, I gotta do single family detached. Sorry. 1 second. I just want to figure it out because this one's listed for a big number, and I don't want to say what it is because I'm not going to out someone. It's their money. They do what they want with it. Stats tabular.
It would be their money if they were realistic.
It won't be though. So the average. Oh, that can't be right. Hold on. Why is there one for 165? Oh, someone mislabeled their house. A realtor back in the day listed a condo and put it as a single family detached, but that's okay. Forgiveness is key. So the average price would have been about $327,000 in that price, in that time frame for a house, a square, and that is in that area. That's under 1,500 square foot from January 1st, 2017 to December 31st, 2019. The average was 327. This one is north of 450, right? And it has an extra thing, so you could add 20.
Sure.
I'll add 50. 50 for the convenience. I'm such a gracious host. Still think it's 100K over.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with the market right now. It's like people need to almost do this, do a historical analysis for clients and go, I know we're up, but we're not up 30%.
No,
that's not what we're up.
Because as realtors, you kind of look silly.
Sure.
You lose a lot of credibility to realtors who have the ability to run those numbers.
Yeah.
And you're wasting your time. You're wasting your client's time. You're wasting everyone's time. And the only thing you're going to get out of it is an upset client that's going to fire you. So like, why take on those listings? I know we don't set prices. I get that. But we have the ability to say, no, here's the actual number. You're out to lunch.
Right.
Like, stop wasting your time. It's just stupid. Like I don't know, the amount of resources to, anyway, it makes me so mad.
Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. I've had those conversations in the last few years. I had one in Legacy Ridge. They called me. It was actually a referral. I went there and I can't remember exactly what they wanted, but I think it was like, we need $399.9. And I was like, no, this is $335 all day. And like at the top of the, and it wasn't even a good location, like top of the market, this is $3. They're like, oh, okay, well, thanks for letting us know. And then they listed for $399.9 with someone else. And then later they listed for $375 with someone else. And later they listed for $350 with someone else. And then it sold for about $335. And I was like, well, you just wasted 9 months. Like I could have told you all that. And I did. And no hard feelings, obviously, but you wasted 3 other people's professionals' time, or they wasted their own time by not just doing what I did and saying, no, guys, that's not what it is. And I'm okay to walk out of a place where they don't want my opinion. They want their opinion. And I'm like, that's okay. Right? I'm fine with it. So
this isn't about, anyway, it's so frustrating.
Oh, well, that's it for the market update. Should we do the game show?
Sure.
Fine. Let's do it. Don't even know. I didn't read what it was today.
I'm going to a place you hate.
Portland.
Calgary.
Portland. I don't hate it. I hate what it's become. I actually love Oregon, for the record. And I wish my children would have gone there to school, maybe in Eugene, Oregon. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. It's turned into just a wasteland. There's actually like full on Facebook pages, YouTube channels that are just like the people of Portland. And it just shows you how decrepit that place has become. It's sad.
Is it like the people of Walmart?
It is essentially the people of Walmart, but on crack. Yeah, which is probably the same thing. It's pretty.
City. Is it the Emerald City? No, Portland's not. Seattle's the Emerald City, right?
I don't know. Seattle's scary. I've been downtown Seattle a few times too. It's scary, but
I would have figured Game Show would know what the Emerald City is. I don't know why I would assume that.
That sounds like Wizard of Oz to me.
Oh, that is the Emerald City, sometimes called the City of Emeralds, is the capital of a fictional land in Oz. Yep.
Okay, but I think it's Seattle or Portland that goes by the Emerald City, isn't it?
It's Seattle.
Seattle. Okay. Yeah.
Off
a tangent for no reason, I guess.
Because they're all so high, they feel like they're in the Wizard of Oz.
Is that why?
I think that's the definite. No, I can't be right. I just made that up. All right, I'm going to start with this one because it's the first one on the screen.
Oh,
All right. This is 9430 Northwest Kaiser Road in Portland, Oregon. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath home of 8,417 square feet and 28.87 acres on this one. It's incredible southern views of the Tualatin Valley and your private 10-acre Pinot Noir and Chardonnay vineyard attached to this property as well. The stunning original owner custom designed home exudes quality and provides a perfect blend of elegance and daily livability. The amenities include very high ceilings, a large kitchen and family room, extensive hardwood floors, primary suite and 2 en-suites on the main floor as well. There's a cinema-like home theater and a wine cellar plus a gleaming pool, a large shop, gated entry, and room for all your animals.
So is this an artist rendering or is this real?
that's real.
Well,
I would
no.
love to know the width.
Yeah,
of this.
yeah.
Awesome.
It doesn't feel real though. Hold on. The first 2 pictures are fake for sure. Look, the floor changes.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand why this is here.
I don't get that either.
Yeah.
What's
And
the
then,
I think that's the real floor.
right.
Oh,
Because of shadows.
I read the wrong description, guys.
Ha!
I was
Okay.
reading the other one entirely. This is not the right house at all.
Oh,
It's weird that we didn't notice.
yeah, it sounds the same. But yeah, give us the new one or give us the description again. I'm
I
just
can
gonna
give you the description for this one, which is 9912 Northwest Wind Road in Portland. It's 4-bed, 5.5 bath, 11,363 square feet on 9.74 acres. This masterpiece of light and design, architecturally significant Pacific Northwest contemporary, is filled with incredible statements, offering the perfect balance between function and form. It's creative and spectacular, according to this agent. Unprecedented attention to detail. The views are great. It's got great privacy. It's gated, close proximity to the airports and the city. Adjacent to the Forest Park, it's got a 6-car garage, pool and spa, music room, guest house, and a myriad of other exceptional offerings, which create an unique and opportunity for the discerning life enthusiast, it says. It also says awesome, by the way. It finishes with the word awesome in this description.
nice.
Hmm.
It's awesome.
I like how they said it's got great views.
It does have great views. They don't show any of the views. Oh, there's one.
Well, but it's just like great. Like you'd expect
Yeah.
just a fancier word.
Spectacular.
Yeah,
I feel like they picked the wrong liner color. It looks like it's sludgy in here.
it does kind of.
Yeah. I being an expert on now picking liner colors, that does look gross. I don't know. Feels fake. Feels like this is a fake. That flooring's fake. The chairs look fake. Something's weird about this. I don't get it. These people are scaring me. There's no way I'd want this art in my house.
I love this art.
You would die if you walked out in the middle of the night. You'd just have a heart attack every time. Like, why is there a man standing there? I don't know. Portland. I'm at a loss for what the price could be. Oh man, I don't even know. Damn it. It's so expensive there, probably, because who wants to live there? I'm gonna go 9 million. Popped in my head.
So I think it's going to be a little bit more expensive than that. I love this place. I don't think I would change much at all,
What about the flooring?
except for the flooring. That
High ceilings, a large kitchen and family room, extensive hardwood floors, a primary suite, and 2 en-suites on the main floor. There's a cinema-like home theater and a wine cellar plus a gleaming pool, a large shop, gated entry, and room for all your animals. And your own wine vineyard, which is the best part.
Chardonnay and Pinot Noir in Portland. Nice. The pictures don't work though.
It's very pretty.
Is it? And I have to go first here. Oh no.
I think Justin's muted himself.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sorry, I was telling you all these stories about why it's not working. There it is. Very elegant. I hit the cough button. Now
Oh,
did not
coughing.
hit it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's significantly older.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, they're watching a movie of their own house.
of their own
No.
house.
Their own
Is that
house.
different? Wow.
HGTV. Oh my
It's
gosh.
not significantly older. This one was built in 2000 and the first one was built in 2001.
Oh wow.
That's funny. And I would have guessed that only because, so when I first saw the photo, I'm going to go back. All right, here's the photos. They're all working now. That's cool. I thought farmer, That's what I thought right away. And the
Yeah.
reason I thought that was this is a farmer's kitchen,
Mhm.
in a, elegant farmer. This and this.
Yeah.
I've been a lot of houses and I'm like, yeah, that's 2001 rich. And then this entrance for some reason, same thing. I was like, well, that's a farmer's house. But I mean, look at this. That's a cool idea. Your hot tub looking over your money. Like that's pretty sweet. Yeah, you got to go first on this one. How many acres was it? It's a lot of acres.
28.87, 10 of which are the vineyard.
Right. I just did a
Is it a working vineyard or like do they?
it looks like it. Look. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't say in the description, but I believe it is, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a wine cellar in this place. A big one, obviously. Where was it? There it is.
Are
Yeah.
they selling it as a business as well, like the vineyard? Or is it just the house?
It doesn't say exactly.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I don't hate I hate the execution, but I like the idea of boxing in your projector.
Yeah.
That's a kind of neat, very classy, very classy. And the floors look like Miles picked them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm gonna guess I'm gonna go to my first guess. 12.3.
Oh, I think this one's less than the last one. Because the last one had artist rendering flooring, so you could still choose. I'm gonna say 5.65 million.
That is a really good guess, Justin.
Wow.
It is 5.5 million for this one.
Wow.
I don't know why that
That's
popped in my head.
significantly less expensive.
Yeah, they're realistic. They're realistic.
The
Yeah.
vineyard. Yeah.
It's all good. This is I would take this house over that one.
Oh, I would take the last one.
Look at this garage.
I don't
Did the
know.
last one even have a garage?
Six car
people.
garage.
I would
This
take
one-
this one just for the vineyard. I mean, like, honestly, you can make a ton of money off this place.
Can you just eat the grapes?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I like grapes. I just don't
They
like
must sell the grapes to somebody.
Maybe they in that huge shop, maybe they manufacture it right there. You don't know.
I've been to small vineyards like in France and stuff, and it's a big operation that you need more space than just that little shop.
Pretty sure you just put it in a big bucket and have girls step on it with their feet.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, of course.
I don't know what you've been watching on TV. All right. Well, thanks, Game Shows. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
The landscaping of that one is beautiful. I'm gonna show it one more time. Look around their house. It's hard to see, but it's just like manicured around their house, and then just grass and hay and whatever around. When the apocalypse starts in Portland, which it obviously starts there, this is at least you're a little bit away from it. You could grow your own food, put up a fence. Yeah, this is a pretty good apocalypse house, I would say.
See, I'd rather the other one. It's up on a hill.
Made of glass though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows apocalypse. They don't go up a hill. Like
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
I'm
By the way,
okay.
I feel like I could survive the apocalypse easily. If zombies are exactly like as they say, where they're just like blah and they walk towards noise, I just have a bell, like a dinner bell, just like ding, 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 ding. And I just go up on my second floor with a big stabby thing, like a pole, and just go 1 down, ding, 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 2, and just until they pile up. Like they're not breaking in, they're listening to the bell. Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna go around back and jump you. Unless it's one of those like Dawn of the Dead ones where they can run really fast. Then I don't know what you do. But if they're the slow moving ones that like sound, stand up on a tall thing, stab down, you'll be fine. That's my advice for the apocalypse.
Okay.
Yeah. You get a little bit more out of this show than you think, Yeah. All right. Woman kicks kid off lawn. Man loses UK Mount Royal listing. Market up to game show. That's it. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No.
I have this is my life story. Not that interesting. I feel like I never, ever start fights, but I get into a lot of verbal jousts for no reason. I'll have to text you one after that I had yesterday. Like me enjoying my day and someone takes something way out of context that didn't happen and then starts a fight. And then I correct them with sarcasm, snarky, like, hey, don't be dumb. You're wrong. And then they're like, why are you so mean? You're like, you called me out of the blue. You were wrong. You didn't apologize. I told you were wrong. I didn't say you were dumb. I implied it.
Implied that. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is you being dumb and then getting mad at me for you being dumb. And I get into those once a week. And I, by the way, I screenshot them and I keep them in my archive to show people like, am I the a-hole, right? Like I do the same thing. And I can't explain to you how insane. I'm gonna text you this one because you're gonna like it. But it's just like, and then they use the word wrong. They use the word ignorant wrong, which I find ignorant.
Yeah.
You can't use that word wrong. Ignorant means
No.
lacking of knowledge.
Mhm.
It does not mean rude.
Rude. Yeah.
That is what it does not mean. That is a colloquialism, right?
Yeah.
I said the word right finally. Yeah. So anyway, I'll have to text you because I did call them out on that word as well.
I can because you said that about ignorant.
Yeah.
It actually paints, like I can paint a picture of this person.
Ooh, can you?
Yeah. I'll text you my
Oh,
assumptions.
yeah, you
See
do
if they're
that
right.
first. Yeah. I wish I could tell everyone, but I can't. My real estate code prohibits me from telling this story, but I could say all the things I want about words that no one else could possibly know about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, and that happens to me once a week where I'm just like, I need to start a website like justinsnarkyletters.com where I just help people write snarky letters back to people who are obviously in the wrong. If I'm in the wrong, by the way, I go, whoops, and I feel bad. If I'm in the wrong, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that. But when I'm not in the wrong and you tell me I'm in the wrong, boy, you're going to get it. Especially when you tell me you're in the wrong and you're very mad about it. Right. So yeah. Anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah. So don't know why. I try to live my life like quiet and calm and nice. And here's my last story. I was in Calgary all weekend for soccer tournament because that's what you do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I was in charge of the live streaming for some reason. I was voluntold to do it. And my kid is in the gold medal game and they're winning like 5-1. So it's going well. There's like 2 minutes left in the game. And this kid from the other team, he's just like, you could see him getting amped up and angry as the game goes on. I don't know why, but he's just getting like a tea kettle. He's just boiling point. And for no reason at the end of the game with like a couple minutes left in the game, he does this massive slide tackle, takes out 2 kids, twists one kid's knee, and like absolutely unacceptable. Might as well have punched them in the face. Like that's how crazy it was. And I'm holding the thing and I was like, what the F was that? And I said it and I was like, oh, I'm on the live stream. So a few parents texted me after like, haha, I heard you on the live stream. I'm like, sorry, it slipped out. I'm the guy that's like super quiet, doesn't care, but I'm like, you intentionally tried to hurt 2 kids. And referee gave him a yellow card, which means like, don't do that again. His coach came on the field and kicked him out. So I was like, good on that coach. It was from, I'm not going to say where he's from, but another kid in Southern Alberta. And his coach just said, hey, you go. That was unacceptable. So good for that coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah. So there you go. That's it. Anything else? Oh, people have been asking me about popcorn. You're still selling popcorn? Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay. They said they saw it at Luigi's.
Yeah, it's at Luigi's, it's at Cuppers, it's at Urban Grocer. We're still at Decor at the Door. Yeah, I'm actually heading up to Edmonton Saturday morning to hopefully, if there's anybody watching this show from outside of Lethbridge and Waterton and Medicine Hat, hopefully maybe we'll be coming to a store near you.
Craftedcorn.ca. Go for it. Go get some. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Oh man, how good would that be if you landed the thing you're thinking about landing?
What thing?
The big thing.
Oh, I don't want that.
Oh, I mean, some days you might.
Well, maybe eventually, but to see the problem with getting into large retailers like that is they want your firstborn. Jokes on them, it's never happening. But they want like they want guaranteed sales. They want, so if somebody returns something, I pay for it, and like they want all of that stuff. And signing up to a big retailer like Walmart, or which I wouldn't want to be in anyway, but it can actually have some really negative effects on you if you do it too quick. So I'm wanting to stick with like, the smaller places in and around cities, like, the Cuppers and the cool locally owned stuff, because we're local. We want to support other local, and it's just more easier that way.
Yeah. Okay, well, good. Hopefully it goes well. When are you leaving? This weekend?
Saturday morning.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, I'm there for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then come back.
Okay. Well, then we'll still be here for Thursday next week.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, if anyone has any questions, you can visit us online at viewlethbridge.com. There's lots of people checking out the website and looking at some cool stuff we've been posting. Instagram has been blowing up for some reason because I had that one thing go viral. It's like at 300,000 views. And so I'm getting other views on things, and people are even asking questions like about moving to Lethbridge, and they're not like non-followers of us. So anyway, so you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, all those things. You'll find us.
Is there a way to put this? No, this is too long for Instagram.
Too long for Instagram. I do like little cuts, and I'll throw them in there though. Like my awesome joke at the end of the game show I just did. I can't remember what it was, but I'll download it, record it, find it. I'd put a timestamp note in my notes over here because I made a funny joke and you laughed. So that'll go in as the preview to make them come watch the show.
Oh, I see.
All up here. All right.
Good.
Oh, and your video where I made fun of you leaving during the game show.
Yeah.
Someone on YouTube commented, "This is promoism." And I was like, yeah, of
What's
course.
promoism?
Like where you promote your own thing so people will watch it.
Isn't all of it?
I was
Isn't
confused.
everything
You're
promoism then?
literally on YouTube to watch things. Yes, dumbass.
Like, even if it's just an episode of something, do you not want more of it so that people watch another one?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
isn't
called the way that
promoism?
television has worked for 1,000 years. Yes.
Yeah.
It was the dumbest comment I saw today. And I try not to read the comments. They just pop up on your phone. And I go, what? And I had to Google promoism. Promoism.
It's not a word.
It's
right.
fake. It's a new word.
It's a made up word.
It's a new made up word. Yeah.
Like, but is that something, like, is this something that people are upset about these days? Like, people don't want other people promoting themselves in any way, shape, or form?
No, they only want the content, but they don't want you to be able to find the content.
But
God.
I mean, how do you have content without people promoting themselves?
Yeah, you can't. You can't find the content. The content just has to be there.
I just really wish people would think, like, just honestly think, just in general, just think.
Yeah. Like that Instagram post. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Let's say it has a bajillion likes, which it kind of does, right? But it has comments, and all the comments are typically negative, which is super weird to me. So yeah, it's at 299,000 views. I don't know how to check it, but anyway, the likes, there's a lot of likes, and then all the comments are negative people. So that's the kind of people that'll comment are crazy negative people. It's like, nice hair. I'm like, wow, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm 38 years old with 4 kids. Like, you can't hurt my feelings. And I don't read them, but they pop up on your phone. Your phone's like trying to make you depressed. You can't win, phone. You're not gonna win. I'll write my phone a snarky reply.
I kind of want to go through some of these comments.
I replied to one because I kept getting it. I called it the 6666 ranch, and I was just being funny with the 666. And they're like, it's called 4 6s. And I just replied, it's my Canadian accent. And then that was it. So I thought that was a good reply. But also, who cares? I'm not from Texas. Sorry, I didn't know the name of your company and how you guys call it. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Sometimes I really don't like people.
The internet's the worst. Don't even watch this show. We don't care. All right. See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.